Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching this reading right now. Hello to you all. Okay, let's get this started. Let's see what the cards have in store for you. Here we go. Paradise. Well, it looks like this is going to end up being a love reading. I just finished a business or a work reading, and now this one's turning into a love reading. Talking. So you have paradise and talking. So someone out there, or a few of you, have just met a person. And this person is totally different than any person that you've met so far. They just seem to get you. They just seem to understand you. This person makes you feel very happy. And you really enjoy being with this person. And you find that your interests with this person, are the same as yours. And you seem to be talking to this person for hours on end. You both are very into one another. You met someone new. You start dating, getting back out there, and you set a date with this person. So it seems like you just met this person, and both you and this other person are really jiving with each other, and you're really interested in one another, and you're talking, and your conversations, you both have a lot in common, and your conversations are so long that you don't realize the time when you're finished a conversation with this person. You just keep on talking and talking. So eventually you both want to start going out with one another. So you set a date. But you are hoping and praying and wishing that this person is not like the one that you just had a relationship with. You're hoping that you don't get into the same relationship you did, and you don't know if you've really given yourself enough time to deal with the hurt and to deal with the anger you still have from the last person. And the last person keeps on calling you. It almost feels like the last person is almost stalking you, or almost they keep on calling you after you've told them over and over, stop calling me. If it persists, I suggest that you make yourself known down at the police station and put in a complaint about it, because you broke up with this person a long time ago, but this person just thinks that when you left this person's life, their whole entire life changed and everything went to shit. So they're blaming you for everything else that has happened in their life, and they want you back. But you don't want to get back into that relationship again. And the 6 years that you were with that person were the hardest years that you've ever had in your whole entire life with anyone you ever knew. But you just kept on trying with this person and kept on helping this person because you're a good person. But it didn't work out. So now that you're on your own, and it's been about 7 months, seven months since your last relationship, you're starting to feel like you want to start dating again, and somebody has come into your life that you're very, very interested with. So you really want to go on this date, but you keep on thinking about the past and thinking about what happened in that relationship. You haven't told the new possible beau that you want that what happened in the past, because you don't want to scare him off or her off. So you go out on a date and you find that you're mirroring one another. You both are licking old wounds. You both are each other's mirror, like you're looking in a mirror. You and this other person have so much in common that it's hard for you not to get right into his conversation and absorb his or her total being inside you. You do end up being with this person overnight, and you're left wondering if this person is going to call you the next day, because you're very, very worried, that you put your heart on your sleeve and you don't know if this person is going to end up calling you now, because you did spend the night with this person, but you've been talking to this person for quite a long time, and you don't think that that person would do that to you. However, you've got to watch out with your last relationship, because it looks like that person has been spying on you and they're watching you, and it's almost like they're stalking you. And so I would suggest, if it gets too bad, please make yourself known at the police station and put in a report, because it just looks like this stalking thing is just going to go a little bit too far. And you just want to make sure that you nip it in the butt right now before it gets worse. What other information do we have about this relationship? What other information do we have about the new relationship? Ooh, got a lot of cards here, so we'll go at it one by one. Power of 3. Okay, there is something going on behind the scenes with this person. I don't know if this person is talking to their friends or talking to an individual person they have about you, saying how much they're interested in you, and they're going through the same thing that you are, because you're both mirroring each other. They've had a relationship that hasn't been the best. They've had a relationship that feels like it's a stalking relationship. So they're going through the exact same thing you're going through. Things may blow over for some of you with the ex. Some of you, things may blow over. They'll move on with some of you. And the magical space gets cleared in time. It will happen in time. You might have to put up with this person for a little bit longer. However, you know how far it's going. If it doesn't feel right and you become scared, please go to the police station. I don't care if you're a guy and you're feeling this way, do it. Because some women, they just go crazy, absolutely crazy, when they've put their stock into somebody and the relationship doesn't work out. They go absolutely crazy. It was important for you to be with your ex at that time, because it made you realize what you don't want in a relationship, and putting an end to it is going to start in a new beginning. This is actually going to make you see the horizon and see a new light. It's kind of like, when you sit up all night just to see the sun come up in the morning, and it's like a breaking dawn. You get to see that with your own eyes and your own relationships. It is a time for change for you, to learn something new, to use technology with and gadgets with wisdom. So for you, the way you communicate is through gadgets And it's time for you, time for a change in your life. This person that's come through is not like the other ones, and that's what hits you so deeply, is because they're not like the other ones. Your ex is holding on way too tight. Like I said, if it starts feeling to the point that it's suffocating you and that you're getting scared, make yourself known at the police station. If it's gone past that, make yourself known at the police station. Do what you can to protect you. No, you don't have to worry about the new person getting involved in this per se. I think that if you have a police presence, it might scare the other person off, and in due time they will leave you alone. But for some of you, there's one person in particular, your ex. He likes to smoke a lot, and he's part of an organized group of people, and you're a little bit frightened by that. You don't really trust the police, but if you don't do something, he will not leave you alone. So if you have to, make yourself known at the police station, because you have to protect you. And some of you don't want to get involved in a new relationship because of the ex, which is understandable. I do understand, but you don't have to live your life in fear either. Yeah, this is saying that you regret that relationship. Your fear, you regret the relationship you had, and now you fear getting into a new relationship because you're scared of what the ex might do to the new person. The new person is very understanding and will understand. I know you don't feel like talking about it right now, but they are going through the exact same thing you're going through. Maybe not in the same context, but they are going through a similar situation where they have to deal with somebody that's a little crazy too. And it just seems like the person you're dating takes the crazy ones, which makes you think, well, what about me? Because they seem to date crazy people. And I think it's because they like to help people. They may be, this new person may be in an industry that helps people, like could be a social worker, or could be a caregiver in some way. Could even be working with people that have dementia and Alzheimer's. But they help people, so they have had people in their life that have been a little crazy. Yeah, you don't like what's going on right now. True enough, you don't like what's going on. And promises that never come true, and empty words. That's all your ex. That's all your ex. And you just think that that's what's going to happen in this relationship too. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. I think the person that you're very interested in is very understanding, almost too understanding, where you don't know what you're going to expect from the person because they're too understanding. They're not the crazy type. They've dealt with crazy though. It almost feels like a coming home. The relationship is so comfortable, but not too comfortable that it's feels like a friend zone. It's a comfortable. It's what you've been waiting for. It's like you have a lot in common. You both have had similar things that have happened in your life. You've met similar people, personality-wise, and you both have the same interests, and everything seems to be going well for you. You're just really kind of scared of the ex. I'm sure, though, if you open up to the new person about what's going on, they will have a similar story where they're having problems with the ex too, and they might give you some insight and how to actually deal with the person, because I have a feeling they work with people that have mental issues, or they have they have dementia, or the person works around people that have mental problems. This person is going to open up parts of you that you didn't know you had, like different type of personality qualities is going to open up things that you've never experienced before, whether it would be places, whether it would be things in your own life, things that you thought you couldn't do, you can now do. Interests that you didn't think about before, did not think about before, didn't even cross your mind. You are now getting interested in this sort of thing. But that ex kind of worries me. So for some of you out there, make yourself known at the police station. Just you know, even for your own self, to make yourself feel a little bit better. Like, you know, to give yourself some breathing room. Okay, messages from Spirit. You need to have more fun. You're really looking at having more fun. You've been walking on eggshells in your life for a very long time and looking behind you when you go places just to see if the ex isn't following you. You need to have some fun now. You might be asked to a celebration, a wedding, or a graduation, or even a birth announcement may come your way. Somebody that you know, not necessarily you. Try to look at things from a different perspective. There's going to be a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. In the new relationship, it's very important for you to be yourself, because they like people that are very, what's the word? Quality, good-natured, have strong disposition. They like people like that, and you seem to have that. You seem to carry yourself very well. Okay, one more message.